If you ever go deep enough into the forests of Trinidad, eventually you'll meet an old man. He may be sitting on a tree stump or walking slowly down a forest path. Long gray beard, weathered dark skin, eyes that look older than the trees around him. He usually carries a wooden flute, sometimes a hollowed out cow horn, and if he speaks to you, answer politely. Call him sir, call him father. The old Trinidadians say, Bonjour, vieux papa. Good day, old father. Because the people who disrespect him sometimes never find their way home. The old hunters say there's one mistake people always make when they meet him. They look down. And whatever you do, don't look at his feet. Because Papa Bois is not a man. He's something older than that. And the forest you think you're walking through belongs to him. Every tree, every animal, every stream. If you respect his forest, he may bless you. If you don't, he may never let you leave it. This is the Caribbean Black Book. Listen carefully. The rules matter. Papa Bois, father of the woods, father of the trees. Stories about him exist across the Caribbean, wherever French Creole once spread through the islands. And every story describes him almost the same way. An old man, short and strong, skin weathered like bark, long beard tangled with leaves and moss, sometimes small horns hidden beneath his hair. But one detail never changes: the hoof. That's how people recognize him. The hoof and the flute. The old hunters say there's one thing Papa Bois hates more than anything: greed. Because every animal in the forest belongs to him, and Papa Bois protects them from us. In 1967, a hunter named Roland entered the Northern Range Mountains before sunrise. Roland had hunted those forests for 30 years. He knew every trail, every shortcut, every animal path. That morning, he was tracking a doe with a young fawn. Roland normally avoided shooting mothers with young, but his family needed the meat. So that morning, he decided he would. The strange thing was, the forest had gone completely quiet. No birds, no insects, nothing. Then Roland saw the doe, standing perfectly still in a clearing, watching him. The fawn was nowhere nearby. Roland slowly raised his rifle, but something felt wrong immediately. The doe wasn't afraid of him. It didn't move, didn't run, didn't even flinch. And just as Roland began to squeeze the trigger, he heard a flute behind him. He turned slowly. An old man was sitting on a moss-covered stump about 20 feet away. Long gray beard, weathered face, wooden flute resting in his hands. Watching Roland without blinking. Roland had never seen this man before. There were no villages nearby, no roads, no trails leading to that stump. The old man stopped playing, then smiled softly and nodded toward the clearing. Roland looked back. The door was gone. No sound, no movement. The clearing was empty. Then the old man stood up, and Roland made the mistake. He looked down and saw the hoof. Roland dropped his rifle immediately. His grandfather had told him the stories. He removed his hat, lowered his head, and quietly said, "Bonjour, vieux papa." "Good day, old father." Papa Bois nodded once, then walked into the forest. No footsteps, no sound, nothing. Roland left the rifle where it fell and started walking home. He thought he knew the way. He had crossed those forests his entire life. So explain this. It took him 3 days to get out. 3 days inside a forest he normally crossed in 2 hours. He wandered in circles, slept beside streams, and on the 3rd night, Roland finally apologized out loud to whatever was listening. The next morning, the road was 20 feet in front of him. Roland never hunted again. He sold his rifles, gave away his traps, and every Sunday for the rest of his life, he left offerings at the edge of the forest. Fresh fruit, a glass of rum, a few coins. Not payment, just respect. Papa Bois is not a creature you escape from, but if you enter his forest, there are rules. The old mountain people of Trinidad still teach them. Rule 1. If you meet him, be respectful. Don't stare. Don't ask questions. Don't run. If he speaks to you, answer politely. And whatever you do, don't look at the hoof. He already knows what he is. Pretending not to notice is the most respectful thing you can do. Rule 2. Take only what you need. Papa Bois does not hate hunters. Caribbean people have hunted these forests for centuries. What he hates is greed, killing for sport, taking more than you need, destroying the forest because you think it belongs to you. The old hunters say Papa Bois is patient, but if he decides to teach you a lesson, you won't forget it, because his punishments are not fast. They are slow, specific, and impossible to escape. Most Caribbean folklore is about things that want to hurt you. Papa Bois is different. He's a reminder that the forest was never ours to begin with, that every tree we cut, every animal we kill came from somewhere, and somewhere somebody is keeping count. The old hunters say Papa Bois can guide respectful people safely through the forest, lead them to water, protect them from danger, but only if they've earned it. So if you ever find yourself deep in the Caribbean wilderness and you come across an old man sitting quietly on a stump, remove your hat, lower your eyes, say, "Bonjour, vieux papa," and whatever you do, don't look down. That was page 7 of the Caribbean Black Book. Subscribe before the next entry, because next time we're returning to Trinidad, and the things waiting in those forests are much smaller and far more dangerous.